Ability Center's Midday Movement.
Hi everyone, my name is Megan. Welcome to your midday movement. Joining me today in seated position is Sydney. We're gonna come at you midday to get your bodies moving, whether you're at home, at a desk, out and about, wherever you are during this midday movement. So make sure your space is nice and clear wherever you are. If you are in that chair position, make sure it's a sturdy chair and your locks are on if you are in a wheelchair. Let's get started. We're gonna keep those feet hip width apart, toes pointing forward, up nice and tall. We're gonna do some shoulder rolls towards the front. So shoulders up towards the ears, rolling forward, getting the body moving, blood flowing. Awesome. So you can obviously perform this any time of the day, but sometimes, midday, it's good to get your body moving. Awesome. Let's do a few more here. And last one, and then we're gonna go backwards. So same thing, up towards your ears, but we're gonna roll backwards. So you can choose that range of motion. You can also do one arm at a time, wherever your body is feeling today. It's your choice. We're just here guiding you through it. We're both making sure we're up nice and tall, our belly button's driven right to our spine. Nice. Let's do two more. And last one. Fantastic. All right. So we're gonna be doing some torso twists. If you are in that standing position, make sure your knees are soft. And if you're in that seated position, make sure you're up nice and tall. You can have your hands on your hips. You can have your hands in front of your chest with your elbows up, wherever is the best for you. We're gonna twist from side to side, going from our hips up to our shoulders. Our head is gonna follow along as we're twisting. You can choose that range of motion. So maybe you wanna just do a little bit of a twist. You can do a big twist if you want to. Good. Fantastic. Making sure we're breathing, not holding our breath. Nice. So I got my hands in front of my chest. Sydney's got hers on her hips. So wherever is the most comfortable for you. Let's do a few more on each side. Nice work. Oh, feeling good already. Let's do one more on each side. Last one. Excellent job. All right, we're gonna get our stance even wider. So get those legs nice and wide, but make sure your toes are pointing forward, okay? Knees are gonna be soft, whether you are standing or you are in that seated position. If you are in standing, we're gonna be bending one knee, straightening the other, and then we're gonna shift over and go to the opposite side. In your seated position, you can start with your legs wide or together, and you're gonna step out each leg wide, and then you're gonna come into the middle nice and close together. Awesome, making sure you're up tall. Let's go. So in that standing position, make sure your bum is back, hinging through our hips. You can add a little bit of a hinge in your hips forward in that seated as well. Just make sure those shoulders are down, core is strong, nice. You can choose how wide you go, and same in that standing. Maybe you don't wanna go as wide. So a little bit lower intensity option, bringing those feet in just a little bit closer. Nice work. Feeling good so far?
Feeling great.
Yeah, this is so good. Sometimes doing just some exercises to get your body going, it boosts your energy, I promise you. I feel so energetic after something like this. Let's do a few more here. Good. Well, let's do one more on each side, why not? One more for good luck. Nice. All right, so we're gonna stay in this wide stance. Now when you're seated, if your feet are together, I want you to make it in that wide stance, making sure those toes are forward. We can reach our hands to the side, palms forward, or we can reach up to the sky, wherever you feel comfortable. Okay, we're gonna straighten. We're gonna hinge through our hips, keep our legs straight or bent. Reach down as far as we feel comfortable to the opposite leg. So you can go towards your knee, you can go towards your shin, you can go all the way down to your toes if you want to, wherever your range of motion is. But we're hinging through our hips forward. Good. So Sydney's doing hers and her seated. She just has her knees straight, or not straight, bent, but you can put them straight if you want to. Just add a little bit of intensity to that. Nice. Whoa. She got that flexibility. Good. Don't go too fast on this. We don't want to get dizzy. Good. Taking your time, pushing your bum back up nice and tall. If you want to bend those elbows a little bit more, you can. Nice. A few more here. Making sure we're breathing, not holding our breath. Core is still tight. Let's do one more each side. Nice. Last one. Beautiful. Okay, stay in this wide stance. Okay, so this one, we're gonna reach our hand, doesn't matter which side you wanna start with, however high you want to, up towards the sky, the ceiling, wherever you're at today in this video. We're gonna reach over to the opposite side, leaning over, and then bring it back into the middle, switch sides, and reach over. Good. Maybe you want to reach a little bit more in front of your chest instead of over. That works too. Or maybe you just want to lean side to side and not add that upper body. Lots of options here. Even though we're in that wide stance and in that standing position, our legs are straight, still have a slight bend in those knees. Nice. Good work. Beautiful. Again, we're not going too fast on these movements, taking our time, allowing those muscles to activate. I'm going to add a little bit more of a reach. Beautiful job. Nice. I feel like I'm part of like a ballet or something. This is great. Not much of a dancer, but you know. Alrighty, let's do one more on each side. Beautiful, and last one. Nice work. Alrighty, we're on our last one. So this one, I want you to choose how far down you go to the ground. So we're gonna reach up as high as you feel comfortable. Knees are soft or they're in that bent position, that seated. We're both gonna hinge forward through our hips and reach down as far as you feel comfortable. So whether that's your thigh, knee, shins, or toes, hold it here for a moment. Place your hands and your legs wherever you are and roll up. Head going last, shoulders. Nice, we're gonna do a few more of those. So reach up as high as you feel comfortable. Hinge forward. Feel that stretch out your back. Oh, how's that feel, Sid? So good.
Nice.
Right? So good. And then roll up. Nice work. Let's do two more all together. Hands up. And reach forward. Good. Again, want to take these slow, not too fast. And roll up. Beautiful job. Let's do one more all together. Hands up. And reach down however far you feel comfortable. Let's hold this one for a moment. Stretch it out. Good, and roll up. Awesome. Shake out your whole body. So I hope that you feel energized because I'm ready to get my day going. I'm full of energy. It's through the roof right now. So I hope you feel the same way. How are you? 100%. Perfect. So thank you for joining Sydney and I for your midday movement. We hope that you had a blast like we did, and we will catch you next time. Bye.
Ability Center's midday movement.